Welcome Aries, my Aries babies. How are you doing today? My name is Stephen. I've been reading tarot a really long time, maybe 20 years I guess. This is actually my original deck of cards, which I really love. I've just started this channel, so any likes and comments would really be appreciated because it builds my channel to get it up to a point where people are actually coming back to look for it. I love you for that, Aries. We're going to split it up into two parts. We're going to do finance and careers. And then we're going to have a look at your love and relationships, and I hope you can take something out of this. If it resonates with you, so be it. If it doesn't, leave it behind. But let's go. Spirit, Aries, finance and careers. Spirit, what advice do you have for Aries in their finance and careers areas? Aries, finance and careers. Aries, finance and careers, and that wants to come out. Aries, finance and careers. Last shuffle. Okay, let's see what we have for you. Interesting. So I'll leave this to a little bit later as it becomes a little clearer. But that's the overall energy of your reading. Five of Batons, the Five of Wands. Just to explain a little bit how I do my readings, we go from past, present, what's hidden, maybe sitting in your subconscious, or something that's going on in the background that you don't know about, some advice, and the potential outcome. And I always say potential outcome because when we get to advice here, you may make decisions that will change this potential outcome. I hope you understand that. You know, we're all blessed with free choice at the end of the day, and if we have a clear vision of what's happening, we can either reinforce the potential outcome or change it, and to see, you know, as you wish. So let's start with where you've come from. In other words, your recent past. Finance and careers. Yeah, I think you know, up until quite recently, you've really been in the limelight, possibly at work, or maybe you made a bit of money and that kind of thing. And then things drastically changed. You know, the death card here could mean that something very recently completely changed in your life. Maybe you lost your job, you know, maybe you got a big promotion, who knows, because you're certainly sitting in the sunlight there, enjoying the moment, and it's kind of happened at the same time. So I guess you'll know what's going on there. It's a little confusing for me to have these two at the same time, but it might mean that because you were shining, things changed for you quite drastically. Where you're sitting at the moment, and you know, this might have been a promotion actually that was unexpected, and everything changed, or you got this job that just came out of nowhere because somebody thought you were the bee's knees and really good at what you're doing. Because where I see you at the moment, Aries, is that you're carrying a lot of responsibility, and it's hard, and you're in a position where you have to be kind of the old bastard at work, and maybe you've been promoted to this management level, and sometimes it can be hard, because especially if you're within a group of work colleagues that you are now the boss of, things can be awkward, and it can be quite a burden. What's happening in the background, which you might not be able to see, Aries, is that where you are right now has the potential to go to much bigger places. Okay, so keep that in mind when you're making decisions. But don't let it get to your head, okay? But just keep in mind that if you go on this path and you're diligent and you do things right, there's massive potential for you. But in the background, I think there are people that are jealous of you, and there may be one or two people who would like to sabotage your success. So just keep a quiet lookout. It's stuff that you don't see now, but might become a little bit apparent later. So my advice, or the universe's advice rather, for you, Aries, is the Chariot and the Empress. Now, the Chariot is amazing because the Chariot says, well, in this context, the Chariot means keep your hands on the wheel, you know? Don't for 1 minute let go of the wheel, you know? Keep yourself in control in your job. Do things right. Don't step out of line. If you find something that's working, keep it working, you know? Because above you, I see the Empress is kind of like the mother figure in the card, and this might even, you may have a woman that you report to, or that person or the company itself may have a nurturing environment, you know, and it's even more important that because of that you don't want to disappoint this mother figure. All right, it's important that this mother figure, whether it be the corporate culture that you're in or the person that you report to, is kept happy at the end of the day. And then you have, as a potential outcome, you know, I see that you can continue being very happy where you are, Aries, and never lose sight of the fact of what you have, okay, and appreciate it. The Four of Cups is the looking at other things while the good thing is behind you and you're not looking at it properly. So it's telling me that appreciate what you have right now, because there's an enormous amount of potential, and don't get distracted by the shiny things that come your way, the other job offers, or the temptation to do things that you shouldn't do, that kind of thing. And I think this is where the Five of Wands comes in. I think you may be finding yourself bumping heads with a couple of people within your organization or within the group of people that you operate within when it comes to your money or your income. And do it gently, you know, and keep arrogance out of it. Be grateful every day for what you have, because it is amazing. I know at the moment you're feeling like, you know, yeah, you're the man or the woman, in whichever case it applies. But just be careful of that. Let that go. I see you're going to let that go. It's a temporary situation, because you're definitely moving into a scenario where if you keep appreciating what you have where you are right now, this Two of Cups is a love relationship, and you can have this love relationship with your career and with the people around you that you work with. I hope that makes sense, Aries. Let's have a look at your love and relationships now. That's not work related. So I just needed a little drinky there. And I'll shuffle a strange way. Be patient with me. And while I'm shuffling, why don't you pop down and hit the like button if you like what you see so far. I'd like to be here for a long time, and my channel's quite new, and any like and subscribe, and especially comments, really helps build the channel and build the viewership to help me get it to where I want it to be. Right, universe and spirit. Love and relationship for Aries. Love and relationship for Aries. What advice do you have for Aries for love and relationships? What advice do you have for Aries? Love and relationships. What advice? One comes out. A couple more shuffles. Love and relationships for Aries. Let's see what we have. My neighbor's dogs are so irritating. I don't know if we can hear them. Love and relationships. Okay, Aries, while work is going fantastically, I think your love and relationships are taking a little hit at the moment, and I wouldn't worry too much about it because there's not much of a, but protect your heart a little bit. Let's start with where you come from. I think in the past, in the recent past, you found you were seeing somebody, or your current relationship felt like it was on a strong footing, especially since the money's getting better at the end of the day. But I certainly feel that currently, you've got a bit of a wandering eye, and I'm not quite sure what that's about. And the mother of the deck is is looking down on you, and maybe even trying to give advice and say, maybe not the right thing. Keep your eyes where they should be kept at the end of the day. But there's certainly a wandering eye. Maybe you're feeling a little bored in your current relationship, or you've come out of a relationship where you thought it was on solid footing, but it may not be. Or your current relationship feels like the other person is maybe judging you a little bit, and you're not appreciating it, and this is what's causing you to, your eye to wander around a little bit. I think what's hidden, what's in your subconscious. Yeah, I think you're stressing a little bit about your relationship at the moment, Aries, and focus on it for a little while, and see what's going on. I mean, it may be justified, it may not be. You may not be sleeping at night even. It might even be that bad that you're not even sleeping at night. And the Two of Battens is kind of like maybe you making a subconscious choice already, and perhaps that's why your eye's wandering already. Because the Two of Wands is very much looking on the horizon, and looking to change things, but it's a decision that you haven't made yet. But you're certainly looking out there, and considering your choices at the moment. And the Knight of Swords is the sleepless nights kind of thing. So take care of yourself if it is something you're battling with at the moment. The advice from the universe, Aries. The Five of Cups is very much feeling lonely and left out and unhappy in a relationship. But the advice is to be grateful and don't forget the good times. Okay? Sometimes we tend to focus on all the little bad things, when in actual fact the cup that's still standing behind this guy, he's looking at all the bad things about this relationship. In the meantime, there's this cup at the back where there's still a lot of good. Okay? So before you make any decisions on this, just have a look at the good things and weigh them up against the lots of little bad things that you see before you make any decisions. Because the potential here is this one cup could mean stability and family for you, but you need to make that decision. If you are the one that wants the family scenario, maybe that element is there with your current in your current relationship, but it's very much a decision process now, and choices, and I can tell you right now, if things carry on exactly the way they are, and that's what I love about the tarot, is that up until here we can get a good idea of what's going on or what's happening, but then you have the choice to change this potential outcome. If you don't change anything, this will be the potential outcome, but we have freedom of choice. So knowing this advice, you may change the potential outcome yourself. So as it stands right now, Aries, is heartbreak, you know, um, and heartbreak that may make you feel like you want to be on your own for a little while. I mean, look at the King of Wands now as the overall energy here, and King of Wands can be ego. Okay, so if, as we looked in your finances, things are going really, really well, be careful of your ego, because it might be the thing that's spoiling things between you. But yeah, prepare yourself. I think if you're looking, you may end up ending it at the end of the day to be on your own for a while, and that's perfectly okay as well. You know, it's perfectly okay. I mean, I'm on my own. I'm quite happy in this scenario here, and just know that even if you end up being on your own, you've got a lot of love to give. You're the kind of person that has a lot of love to give. You're not going to be this lonely person and pull yourself into the middle of nowhere and hide away. You really are a loving person, Aries. So even if there's heartbreak involved, you'll be fine. I hope that makes sense. If it doesn't resonate for you, it doesn't make any sense, leave it. Just look at the finance side of it. Yeah, as I say, just remind again, please like this video if it makes sense to you. Comment if it doesn't make sense to you, and maybe drop me an email. And I'll see you next time.